March, the Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 or visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. We're going back to Tommy Pallotta in just a moment. But speaking of getting off the grid, people get confused. I come out and I say that peak oil is a fraud. The way the mega corporations, the big banks are promoting it, it's the same with water. They want to, and they admit this. We have the IMF World Bank documents from 2002. It's kind of like the last James Bond movie that came out where they're down in South America and the big mega corporation is blocked up the water to the major city, and now they've come in and privatized the water. That's based on true stories, real things that have happened. You know, go back to Guatemala or other countries where they were releasing mold and locust and beetles and weevils to kill their crops in Africa. This is industrial espionage. So our energy needs are going way up. There are issues with water and oil and things, and the big corporations are blocking truly independent, real systems. You notice they'll give you a tax incentive here in the U.S. to get solar panels, but they're not the best type, and they make you share it with the power grid so that you're still dependent on their system. And we know they're buying up water supplies to jack up prices. So they're creating artificial scarcity. But either way you slice it, the system is trying to create scarcity, okay, to bring in this post-industrial world. And that's what the Copenhagen Summit was. That's why when the Third World saw the plan and saw that it had bigger tax increases on them than even the West, they said no, and it went down in flames. And that's why I love everything Tommy Pallotta does. because you look at all the crud coming out of Hollywood, how they're dumbing society down. Every production Tommy's made, every book, every film, every website, every major motion picture, they're really complex and challenging. I mean, I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm, average, medium intelligence, and these are challenging for me. Very challenging. And that's what they're supposed to be. But speaking of getting off the grid, two of our sponsors, you notice everything I promote is about being self-sufficient. Gardens, being independent, not being totally dependent on fiat currency. A Cola Blue. It's an atmospheric water generator that grabs water out of the air. It looks like a water cooler, a cross between an R2-D2 and a water cooler without the water bottle on top. And their smallest unit gets 7.5 gallons a day, sends it through a 7 to 12 stage filtering process, depending on which unit you buy. They've got big ones for, small towns if you want them. Very affordable. Colablue.com. In a year, you'll make your money back if you're buying bottled water. This is out of the atmosphere. You can't get cleaner water. Colablue.com, 800-691-6043. The best, purest drinking water you can find anywhere. They've got a lot of specials going right now. Colablue.com or 800-691-6043. And another one of our great sponsors, we've had these for 3 years. Our listeners love them. Buy one, run part of your house or your work shed or your campsite. Buy 5 or 6 of them, run your whole house, and it's a good solar panel that really works, a little easy-to-use control unit and the batteries. It's mysolarbackup.com. The government doesn't own the sun yet, folks. This is a great system to get into solar. Call and get a free information package, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365. That's mysolarbackup.com. Big links up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Now, we're going to get more into the production of this and some more hints of what you'll discover at this 21st century multimedia fusion at Collapsus.com. Only our listeners for the next 24 hours can get in. This isn't launching for 3 or 4 days. You can get a sneak peek in the next 24 hours by entering the secret code, not any secret anymore, Infowars, 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 at Collapsus.com, COLLAPSUS.com. And, of course, the producer of this, the director of this, is Tommy Pallotta. But, Tommy, before we get more into this, you wanted to play not just a trailer, but a 1-minute sneak peek from one section of the Collapsus universe.
Yeah, I want you to guess who this is based on.
Okay, let's go ahead and play the clip. Here it is.
Do not believe the lies. Which lies? The lies the corporations and the countries want you to believe. We don't have time for this. Our environment and our planet are in a fragile balance, and they want to destroy that balance. Oh, I see. You think I'm just some crazy conspiracy theorist. You honestly believe that no one could game the system and exploit the current energy crisis. Do not be naive. Look how even now they exploit the natural gas crisis for profit. Everybody's a player. It's a big game for them, and no one is innocent. Question your sincerity. I'll send you something. Send me your email address. I'll get you the files. You'll know what I know. You'll see what I see. Sure that's it? Send it again. Make sure I have it.
Tommy, you sent us 2 other files, but we couldn't get one of them to work. Was that the right file?
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know. Who is that based on? Tommy Pallotta?
Not on me. No, that was an American who was living here, working at a comedy club, and he was already a big fan of yours. And I knew that we wanted to introduce this sort of this character who was sort of checking up on everybody and everything, and is a guy that always has all the facts, and it seems hard to believe. But then as you sort of go along the story, you realize that he's right too many times.
And you've interviewed a lot of heavy hitters for this documentary as well. But again, it's multiple documentaries. Some of it's kind of the action adventure, whodunit, investigation. Other things, it's talking head interviews. And tell us about the group that financed this. And this is going to be airing on television, is it not?
Well, the documentary is already aired on Dutch television here, and so what we.
But that's only one slice of it.
Yeah, that's only one slice. This is really a mixture of gaming, fiction, and documentary. And even within that, we're mixing live action and animation. So it really is just sort of a remix of all popular culture and things that are going on right now.
And this was an attempt to try to get young people to tune into the European-style a documentary, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's there's a social media aspect to it. You know, the way that we tell the story is mostly through video blogs with the characters, you know, talking to each other in that way. A lot of this is going to link to YouTube videos and things like that. So again, I encourage everybody to follow us at Collapsus News on Twitter and to talk about energy conspiracies and to use the hashtag Collapsus.
Well, the big positive aspect of this, and I want to see if you concur or expand on it, is that we know there's a lot of, I mean, this is on record. I've seen stuff from the 70s with General Motors suppressing engines that go 60, 70 miles to the gallon and have, you know, powerful horsepower behind them. I mean, there's a lot of basic stuff that's been suppressed, a lot of technologies that have been suppressed, because obviously the big energy giants don't just want profits, they want control.
Well, I think those two are intertwined. And I mean, it's pretty obvious now that who's profiting the most, you know, oil companies. I mean, you only have to read the newspaper to find that out. That's not a conspiracy. We know that for a fact.
Tommy, I know there's a lot more to talk about dealing with Collapsus.com, but do you want to open the phones up and take some calls?
Sure, let's do that.
All right, we're going to clear the phone board so we have calls specifically for Tommy Pallotta. And give us your ideas, the media would call conspiracy theories, about suppressed technology, suppressed energy, what you think about peak oil. I mean, clearly they're hyping it to create artificial scarcity, but it doesn't matter either way. They're trying to block energy so they can make higher profits and have greater control, not just over the West, but particularly the third world, where Lord Monckton's research and others have clearly exposed it is a death sentence for tens of millions of people per year. 1-800-259-9231, 1-800-259-9231. And, Tommy, I certainly hope that you've got big servers over there, because I would imagine you get anywhere between 100,000 and 1 million people in the next 24 hours hitting Collapsus.com.
Well, I hope. You know, there's a lot of mysteries there, and I think like figuring out the site is half the fun. I mean, you're going to have to go in there and sort of dive in there, and it's a lot deeper than it first appears.
So it's also one of those sites on top of it. It's not just multimedia. You've got to discover the clues and things.
Yeah, not too much puzzle playing, just because I don't like that. But, you know, it's a rabbit hole. So I want you to go down the rabbit hole.
How many levels are there in the rabbit hole? This is kind of the video game cheat sheet here.
You know, a big influence was just sort of annotated experiences in novels that I was reading a long time ago. And I started to think that what I really wanted to do was be able to choose what information I would go to. So if a character is saying it in a fictional realm, then I can go to a documentary to sort of counter that point. Or perhaps there's an interactive element that'll sort of exemplify what we're talking about. So it's really up to the viewer to decide what they want to do.
And is anything else going to be added to Collapsus.com, or is this the final phase of the project?
You know, I think we're always open to tweaking it and changing it. And it's funny that you were talking about water conspiracies, because I actually saw this as sort of a series. And my idea was that the next one would be based on sort of water conspiracies.
Well, there's no doubt about that. They are 100% creating artificial scarcity and getting groups warring with each other in the United States and other areas to set that.
All the privatization of it, you know, that's what's scary about it.
Yeah, they take these dams and infrastructures that we've already paid for by taxpayers, so we should own it, and they give it to companies who then overnight increase the prices.
Yeah, and then they get to decide what to do with it and who it goes to.
Well, see, that's the big danger. Anything good, the globalists are excellent at counterfeiting it. And so there's all these really good environmental ideas and good ideas for clean energy. But then it becomes a kind of an inside track where only Al Gore and select individuals get to decide what gets deployed, and then they profit from it. And all the systems they're promoting are just a re-centralization and aren't what we need to get off of the toxic oil economy. I mean, there's no doubt that the toxic waste and things involved with oil